Welcome to Orange Belt, and right now what we're going to do is work off of your techniques in Orange. And these techniques are called Hubbad counters, okay? There's a total of 6 of these in particular techniques that you're going to need to know. All right, so if I have John right here, we're just going to go off of our simple Hubbad pattern, and I'll show you what's happening on this. Actually, I'm going to have John turn this way so you can kind of see better exactly what I'm doing right now, okay? So we're in our guard position. He shoots down that punch, and we go inward, outward, and I check. And when I shoot with the punch, this is where my entrance is going to be. Now, if you remember on our entrances in Advanced White Belt, we were working off of zoning to the outside. So we're right from here, okay? We were working on those kicks. We were working on checking in the back fist. And when we did enter to the inside, we used that step. We also went here and then another step. And then the other one, we came here. As soon as this hit in, we moved and we went to the outside. So it's going to be off of that last one. It's going to be very similar to what I'm doing right now. So punch comes on in. As soon as I come in, I want you to notice something. If I point my finger, and I know you probably can't see it at the angle in the video, but if I just hold your arm right there, if I go straight in, I'm right at John's face. So the reason I'm bringing this up right now is if my fist, or if my finger in a sense, is in alignment to him, I'm still in alignment towards his center line. So all I really need to do is get rid of the obstruction. In this case, it's his arm, and there I'm in. That's it. So that's what I'm going to do is once I feel that, boom, I'm just going to grab that wrist and actually pull him in. Now, I'm not a big puncher, okay? What I mean by that is I like punching towards biceps, towards muscle tissue. I'm not a big puncher when it comes to my fist on a face, okay? I just don't want to take that chance of breaking things. Me personally, I'm an artist. I play guitar a lot. I do a lot of artwork. I just do a lot of things like we all do with our hands. I don't want to jeopardize that at all, okay? So what if I did do something like that, if that was coming in, I'm just going to palm, I'm just going to elbow. So if this comes in, I'll just elbow up, okay, and protect my hand and let my hand be like those very expensive specialty tools. So this is like a hammer, you know, I could throw a hammer on the ground, somebody can ride over it, you could ride over with his truck, it'll still be a hammer, but those real expensive tools, you know, you don't throw around, you don't. So there's that hammer, and then there's that hand to come on in and kind of guide and do that specialty work that we need to do. So again, I'm here. Here's number one, is I'm moving it, and I'm shooting in with that strike, okay? And we're going to look at it as the punch, even though, again, we're not main puncher. If you want to, go ahead and shoot that palm on in. Again, one more time. Number one, boom, okay? All right, number two, what we're going to do on this one is going to be here, and when this one swings in, I'm going to go to the outside of the arm, and I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to back fist it like so. And when I come in, I'm going to shoot this elbow up. And when I shoot this elbow up, I want to get it that I'm in alignment to John. If I take a step forward, you can see where we're getting more into joint manipulation, different alignment on the body mechanics as far as how to manipulate it all the way through. So right from here, we have our first one, which is here. Our second one, which is here, I'm catching, and I'm smacking down, and I'm shooting in. So I'm attacking that tricep with that strike and in. Number three is what we're going to call double deflection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to block to the outside and check it and shoot that back fist in this way, okay? So on our entrance, we went this way. But on this one, we're going to find out how, block it, boom, we can come from this way. So if you remember that first technique I was talking about, if my fist is in alignment, I'm in. But if he passes that arm, here's a great technique to pick up off, right? If he passes that arm, here's a great technique to pick up off of. If it's in front and I can continue, then go for it. If it's past that center line, meaning my finger now is pointing past his head, then let it pass and just work off of it. So again, number one, boom. Number two, number three, boom. And we're going to go with number four. Number four is going to be this type of a motion. I'm going to let this elbow fold in and strike. Okay? Now, if I use my footwork a little bit, you don't need to, but if I use my footwork on and on this, you can see right what kind of positioning that I can get set up on also as far as that goes too. So what this is becoming very flexible now. He's moving, I'm flexing my elbow, I'm relaxing my elbow, and I'm looping over the top. Make sure your face guard is up, and then you're pressing, pulling him in. Okay, so once this comes on in, this is just pulling right in, boom. Okay, we're going to talk about that right there in purple belt line drill in the block set. We'll get to that in a little bit. Okay, also an orange belt, which is coming up in advanced orange. You're going to notice this block also too in a technique called lock claws. Everything we're showing you is going to be put into a very practical and understanding application within the techniques itself. All right, another one is this one right from here. Okay, so I come on in, and when I hit this, I'm going to slip off to the side, but I'm going to hook and grab the head into a headlock. Okay? So again, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and as this slips in, headlocking. And I can go anywhere I want to on this. So this way, we know how to get into a headlock, but also we can kind of flow so when somebody gets us into a headlock, we can practice our techniques of getting out of headlocks too, okay? And it can come at any time at us also too. We don't have to be practicing and saying, okay, John, I want to practice on this technique, get me in a headlock. Okay, that's kind of a different type of energy feeling than if him and I are kind of working off of Hubbad and I'm here and I just get him in a headlock and next thing you know, I already can feel him, he wants to go into a technique already. And which will lead us up also too into advanced orange, which is our next belt of those techniques when we do a technique called sidewinder in this in particular motion right from here. The last one that we're going to work off of, this is number 6, and this is just going to be a tackle. So what's going to happen is this, I'm going to come in this way, and when this technique comes in, I'm going to check underneath and come in for my tackle. Okay? I'm grabbing the legs or moving whatever I want to do and stepping through. Now I can practice this in a couple different ways. I can practice this that I'm slipping and I'm attacking this way off of my takedown, or I can kind of mess around with it and kind of get in to be able to go into this way, that I can step in and be able to take down right from the inside, which we'll get into more later on too. So you can understand that again, we're working off of our entrances. They're counters, but they're also helping us to be entrances to further techniques or to be able to come in on things. So we could practice some different types of techniques of the takedown techniques, or when somebody's trying to sweep us, and just off of a natural energy. Real fast, all 6. Punch comes in, 1, 2, let's get back over here again, 1, 2, punch, I move it. We'll just go with a palm. Number 2, I'm letting it pass and I'm smack, boom, right down with that back fist, right in with that elbow and getting into alignment. You can see where that is right from there, okay? All right, number 3, and there's our back fist. You can see how this can roll too. I mean, once that back fist, it doesn't have to stop there, even though that would be pretty devastating on itself when it hits, okay? But we have different throws or different types of takedowns, okay? Musadori, whatever we want to do. Okay, so punch comes on in right from here, okay? Another one, elbow. Notice I'm stepping on the inside of this guy this time, okay? Just by me utilizing a simple stance of that horse stance to manipulate. But if I'm on the inside and I bow stance as I'm doing this, it really offsets him a lot too. So there's a lot of different ways we can practice off of that. Another one is this one right from here. Punch comes in and I headlock. Another one is this one. This is number 6, where I stop and I check and I go right in, right for that takedown. Okay? And that is your Hubbad counters for orange.